Yo, yo, here we go. So the upcoming solar eclipse on August 21st, 10:30 a.m. coming this Monday. All the mainstream science and the NASA tards, spintard, glow-tards are all their mainstream science is saying this is what happened. So the sun's 93 million miles away. But you could fit 1,000,000 Earths in the sun. Then they're saying that the moon is 238,000 miles away from the Earth, and because the sun is so far away, the moon can perfectly block it, causing a solar eclipse. Sometimes you have Sometimes you have a partial eclipse, sometimes an annular, sometimes a total. And here's your total, what they would consider a total, because they would call this, outside of this, they'd call this the corona. This is the corona. Partial, annular, full, and that's the corona. And then on the moon one, they're saying that it's the Earth that causes the lunar eclipse. Well, the problem with that is, of course, that many times, over 50 times since the 1500s, the sun and the moon have been both above the horizon with no Earth in between them. And visible in the sky, and we're in the Earth below. So there's no Earth between them, capable of causing the shadow. Therefore, it's not the Earth causing it. Case closed on that one. But again, on the solar one, they're saying it's the moon that causes the solar eclipse. And it's just because the sun's so far away, even though you could fit 1,000,000 Earths in it, it's 93 million miles away, the moon happens to cover it perfectly. And it makes this retard shadow here, okay? And again, the thing is, they're saying that this is the path of the eclipse. This is how it's going to happen, how you're going to see it from west to east. Problem is, the sun travels from east to west. It circles above in a clockwise motion, just like the moon. The moon also circles in a clockwise motion from east to west. So therefore, the moon is not capable of causing this west to east solar eclipse. Case closed. It can't do it. It doesn't go that way. The only thing that does go that way, that does retrogress, is Rahu. One of the 7 disks of a black star called Rahu. That's 24 degrees. This is the day of the solar eclipse on the astrology chart. This is August 21st, 10:30 a.m. The sun and the moon are at 28 degrees, and Rahu is at 24 degrees, right in front of the sun and moon. It's not the moon in front of the sun here because it's at the same degree as the sun, and it's overpowered by the sun. It's a new moon. The moon's light is 0, the opposite of a full moon. It's 0, overpowered by the sun. And in fact, if they're both 28 degrees, they're conjuncting. They become one. And so it's Rahu that is in front of them that is causing the eclipse. And it's Rahu that is retrogressing. So just happened on the same time all of this. Can't be the moon because it's going the same direction as the sun from east to west. The only thing going from west to east retrogressing is Rahu. It's right there at the same time. It's at the same degrees almost, right in front of it at the same time, retrogressing. So that's what it is. There's no other way around it. It's case closed. It's one of the 7 disks of the black star Rahu at the north node. What's the north node? The north node. Now just what you have to do here on this one here is what I need you to do is they have this retard Earth here and the sun and the Earth's shadow. This is all retardation. Just ignore this. Okay, everything about this is perfect except instead of the Earth here, the Earth is down here on a flat plane. Okay, this works perfectly except instead of them orbiting around the Earth, it's above the Earth. The Earth is flat, so this is all going on right above the Earth. Okay, and you have the ascending node so you have the path of the moon right here, and then you have the path of the sun right here. So this is the sun. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. This is the sun every day above the Earth, and here's the moon every day above the Earth, and it's supposed to be, according to their retard model, 5 degrees off. But in the flat Earth model, the sun is coiling up and down according to its depending on the seasons and where it's at on its path during the year. And it's a 24-hour day. The moon's a 24-hour, 50-minute day. It's slower. So it's you'll have a lunar overtaking. The sun will catch up and advance past the moon. It's called a lunar overtaken because the Earth is faster, 24 hours. The moon's 24:50. And then the sidereal day, or the celestial chandelier, the firmament above that, circles at 23 hours 56 minutes a day. So there's all your differentials right there. But here you have your what they call the nodes. This is where the path of the moon and the sun intersect. South node, north node. This is the descending southern node of K2, the body of the snake or dragon. This is the northern lunar node, Rahu, the head of the snake, the head of the dragon, or Neptune. We'll get to that. But they're saying this is what's going on. Well, here's a light. If the sun was 93 million miles away, here's the moon in front of the Earth. The shadow that it casts is twice its size. So the object casting the shadow is smaller than its shadow, about almost half the size. Not really that much on this one, but let's look at this. Here's the path of their eclipse. It's supposed to be the size of the moon's eclipse. It's only 100 miles wide, but we know it's Rahu, but they're saying it's the moon. If it was the moon and this was 100 miles wide, then the object casting the shadow is less than 100 miles wide, right? Boom. Because look, the shadow is less than the shadow. The object's less than the shadow. 100 miles wide, it's going to be less than 100 miles wide. That's how small the moon would be. And this is your Rahu and K2, your 7 disks of the black star around the node, northern node. If the moon was orbiting the Earth and both were orbiting the sun, then 6 months later the moon's phases should have swapped over, and each lunar month the phases should appear different. 28-day here. Same here. If at night time, this is the sun shining the Earth, if at night time you're looking this way, then the stars here should be different 6 months later. When you're looking at night this way, there should be different stars, but they're not. Again, the same thing. And here's your another ancient culture. Instead of Rahu and Ketu, these were wolves that would obscure the sun and moon, and the eclipse means to abandon. So they thought the sun or moon was abandoning them. And here's again Rahu eating the sun, the solar eclipse. Again, Rahu, Ketu. Rahu, the serpent demons, and Rahu and Ketu. So they all seemed, the different ancient cultures all seemed to agree that they were might have had different names for these two demons, but they always agreed that they were demons. They all called them demons. Northern node, ascending node, right here, Rahu, right here, head of the dragon, head of the snake, serpent. K2, body of the dragon, body of the snake, or serpent. Southern descending node. There they are. Rahu, K2. Now in other cultures they got a lion and some type of bird. Always have a lion and a bird. And again, right here, August 21st, is Rahu, northern node. August 21st, 24 degrees. It's the only thing that's right there on this date that happens to be retrogressing, and all the ancients talk about it. Here you'll see the sun and moon conjunct on the 28th degree of Leo. This is clearly showing the sun and the moon together, conjunct. This is Santos's article, and I'm recapping it. Here is where mainstream science concludes that the moon is passing in front of the sun, since she is closer to us than the sun. According to the Copernican theory, therefore she will eclipse the sun. Rahu's a severed head of a Saru called as well as the sun calls it. Another thing, what I wanted to show is, so they're saying this is what's happening. They're saying it's the moon that's causing this shadow. So the thing is, and this is their model, this is their crazy model, the hell iocentric model, because there's a war on for your soul. The soul lure, it lures your soul. Anyway, this is their retardation. It's 93 million miles away. You could fit a million Earths in this sun. Mercury is right here. Venus is here. Earth is here. Mars, Jupiter. Really, what's going on is it's a flat plane. And this is what's going on right here. It's a flat plane. They're saying that the sun is 93 million miles away and that the moon is 8,000 miles away between the sun, and it's a rock and it's going to block the sun. But what's really going on is the Earth is not a ball flying around in space. It's a flat plane, and the sun is local, and it's not big. You can't fit a million Earths in it. It's the opposite. You could fit a million suns over the surface of the Earth. And then it's local. They're saying it's 93 million miles away. The sun is close. They're saying that light can go through millions of miles of space and light years and all this crazy shit. But it's limited. You have a flashlight at night, you walk out of its distance, you can't see it anymore because light's limited. So is the sun. It's limited. It only covers a certain area of the Earth as it circles above. Same with the moon. And so as it circles, when it leaves this area, it becomes dark over here, it becomes light over here, and then back around again. Watch. This is the spotlight. This is the day for Australia out here. Now the day in here for them in here. This is the day for the United States here. It comes from east to west, circling round and round. It only can light up so much at a time. It's local. And the Earth can never come between the sun and the moon that circle us round and round above. The sun takes 24 hours and the moon is 24 hours, 50 minutes. It's slower. And the sun will lunar overtaken the moon. And the firmament sidereal day is 23 hours, 56 minutes. And this is what happens every day as it goes around and round. So the retards think that, oh, the sun's huge and it's so far away it lights up the whole thing at once. That's retardation. You've been lied to. And you're retarded for believing them. Okay? The sun is local. It only lights up so much at a time. It's close. You can triangulate the rays of the sun to its local location, right above, right above. It's on an electromagnetic circuit that curls up and back down. It curls higher in the summer, and closer in here in our summer, and higher up, and then out here it's faster and lower for our winter. So, uh, so that's what's going on. And then another thing here is every 29 and a half days, if it was the moon, so you have to ask everybody, why? Why don't we see the moon all month long? Why don't we see the moon all month long? Why don't we see it all month long? If it's a rock, 8,000 miles wide, however miles wide, if it's one quarter the size of the Earth, it's a rock. Let's say that's what they say. If it's a rock that would block the sun every 29 and a half days, it doesn't do that. It goes into new moon conjuncts. And it doesn't, and there's no solar eclipse. The solar eclipse only happens on August 21st because Rahu comes around and blocks it. It's not the moon, it's Rahu. One of the discs, the black star around the north node. So whenever the sun is around this north node, Rahu causes the solar eclipse, not the moon. Otherwise, why don't you see the moon all month long? And then why doesn't it, if it's the moon, it would happen every 29 and a half days. So again, this is ridiculous nonsense. You have to stop it. The only thing that retrogresses at this time, right near the sun and the moon, is Rahu, the node. That's retrogressing. It's 24 degrees. And it's the only thing that's doing this and that can do this is Rahu. And it's retrogressing from west to east. Okay? West to east. Okay? The moon cannot cause the solar eclipse on this date. It travels from east to west. So how can it retrogress and cause this retrogressing shadow on the sun? How is this possible? It can't. It doesn't. The only thing that can and does is Rahu retrogressing on that date. That's it. This is hocus pocus nonsense. Why don't we ever see this all month long if it's a physical rock? Why is it conjuncted and disappeared new moon? And why is it that solar eclipses only ever happen on a new moon? And lunar eclipses only ever happen on a full moon? It's a system. This is how the system works every time. It's predictable. That's why we can predict solar eclipses. This is why we can predict lunar eclipses. And mainstream science, modern day science tells you, oh, they couldn't do it in the past. Yeah, they did. They did it better than these morons do it today. They're lying. They always lie. Everything's a lie. So, what else? Let's see here. Let's just go through these. Again, let me show you some more. Let me show you some more Rahu and Ketu ancient symbology. So you got the body here, the head here. Comet, look, comet. Tail, right? The Great Rift. This is where they said the ancients were always talking about a new sun would come out of the cosmic one, where ancient, or the Great Rift here, the cave, right? And then this new sun would cause the old sun to malfunction. And then they'd call it a moon, and it would go into the moon would go into this. They called it the cave. And then a new sun would come out again. And then back then they talked about The sun wasn't on a circuit, and it just roamed about freely, and it would scorch the earth because if it stayed too long in one area. And it would talk about that, and then it would talk about how they got enslaved, and now it's on a circuit. And some more Aurora Borealis, a snake that bites its own tail. Again, same thing. Firmament, snake that bites its own tail, dragon. Rahu and Ketu. Again, here's the sun and moon, and then lion bird symbology. Rahu and Ketu. Again, sun, moon, lion bird symbology. Again, in later Iranian and Arabic mythology, the ascending node Rahu and the descending node Ketu became the head and the tail of the dragon Al-Dajjal, a serpent linked to cataclysm. So this is your flat Earth. 360-degree Antarctic circle. Could be tons of land out here, according to the mini maps. And the North Pole's here. Everything else is south. These morons think that they're going around on a ball, and they're just going around in a circle on a flat Earth. The sun and moon are powered wirelessly with electromagnetic fields, but the field also spins the celestial field with electromagnetic levitation, and they're lit with sonoluminescence. Sun and moon. The sun only covers so much light as the earth, same with the moon at the time. And then there's Rahu eating the sun. Solar eclipse. Not this crazy shit. This is nonsense. Okay? The moon does not cause the eclipse. Oh no. What happened next? Oh boy. So again, they're telling you that the moon is causing the eclipse, solar eclipse, shadow on the earth. But it's coming from west to east when it travels from east to west. How are they going to explain this? How are they going to explain this? I just explained it to you. It's Rahu retrogressing at 24 degrees. The sun and moon are conjunct at 28 degrees. It's a new moon. You can't see the moon, period. It's behind the sun and overpowered by the sun. Rahu blocks the sun on the solar eclipse at 24 degrees from west to east. It's retrograde, and it's retrogressing. Anyway, please share this video. Nobody has this type of information. Also, hold on. Let me add something to this. Oh my God. All right. Can you see me now? Sorry about that. Okay, so here's what's going on. Check this out, okay? You're not going to believe this, how incredible this information is. So this is Rahu. I just went over that this is the north node, ascending node called Rahu. And it's solar eclipsing. It's eclipsing the sun, okay? The northern node. It's a big node. It's so big that it can completely eclipse the sun. Like this. It can completely eclipse it. That's a big node. It's not the moon. Okay? Alright? Now, that's a big node, right? Now look. Check out this. These are smaller nodes. This is me and Santos Bonacci covering the upcoming eclipse video. We covered also the idea that all of these transits of the sun, the Mercury, the really small Mercury transits, the Venus transits, both of these are nodes, not the plane or planets. Okay, they're not planets. These are wandering stars. They're lights. They're not physical material. Okay? Okay, but you have these nodes. So that's nodes of this one is Venus. So that would be the intersection of the path of the sun and Venus. That's the intersections of the sun's path and Venus's path, northern and southern nodes, just like Rahu and Ketu. Okay? The black star, same thing. Wandering black star. This is a wandering visible star, Venus. And it has these nodes. It's not the planet transiting, it's a node, just like Rahu, except the nodes are smaller than Rahu. They don't completely cover it like Rahu. Okay? They don't cover it like Rahu. Rahu's big node. It covers it, okay? Now these Venus and Mercury, smaller nodes. Okay, Mercury is the same thing. Okay, Mercury would be the same node, northern and southern nodes. It's where its path intersects with the sun as well. And they're calling, look, it's a Venus transit, it's a Mercury transit, and these fucking dumb dipshits are saying that these are planets crossing into their nodes, just like the fucking node of Rahu here, blocking and causing the solar eclipse. These are nodes. Okay? And some of the so in the northern node, northern ascending node of Rahu, this is a black star, and it's broken up into 7 disks. Some of them retrograde or retrogress from west to east, others from east to west, because I can show you those eclipses. And they're going to say that's the moon, but now you can't say that's the moon, because the moon travels from east to west, not west to east. So there you go. Case closed, folks. You know what I'm saying? This is Rahu retrogressing and retrograde. Retrograde to the sun and moon. Right at this time. Right at the degrees. Case closed. Please share this video. Nobody has this type of information about the Venus nodes, about the northern and southern nodes of Venus. And then watch the video of Subphotonic and Santos Bonacci cover the upcoming eclipse, where Santos Bonacci, case closed, shows you the charts of the nodes right here, all coordinating with the charts. Okay? He'll show you Mercury and Venus, both of them, just like the Rahu one here, all matching up. So astrology is a real science, showing you real science. This is how it really works, folks. Okay? All of these nodes, it's not a planet crossing the sun. These are nodes, Venus and Mercury nodes, and then this is the Rahu and Ketu nodes, the black star nodes. So please, nobody has this information. Nobody has the explanation of the west to east solar eclipse that's going to happen August 21st, 10:30 a.m. Monday. Santos explains it. I explain it. We both explain it. What's going to happen, what's going on, the prediction, what's going to happen Monday, 10:30 solar eclipse. This is what's going to happen. You're not going to see the moon. Where's the moon? Why isn't it blocking? Why don't we see it? You're not going to see it. It's not physical. But you would see it all month long. So anyway, nobody has this information. Share this video so people can learn about this information. Share, like, subscribe. This is incredible information. We're going to have more videos. I got more videos coming out on this stuff. So please, much love. I love you all. Thank you.